there's something you see in that other person that you think your partner does not have.
You can make your partner what you want him or her to be.
Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, I am Ivy Akum and this is my mom, Mrs. John Margaret.
Hello everyone.
So she's going to be our guest for today. We are going to be talking about a lot of issues related to marriage, especially challenges young couples face nowadays. So do not go anywhere, keep watching. You've been married for over 25 years and I believe you have a lot of experience and you've encountered a lot of situations, and I believe with all that experience you are in a better place to answer most of the questions I'm going to ask today. Marriage is a very, very pertinent issue. You agree with me, right?
Very true.
Yes. The person you marry, your partner, either makes or mar you.
Exactly.
Your partner either completes or breaks you completely.
That's true.
Yes, so that is why it's very important for young people to take their time and be sure before getting into marriages. Yes, the divorce rate nowadays is getting so high because there are a lot of challenges that young people face in marriages nowadays.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm talking
unlike in the days of old.
Oh yes, in the days of old, we scarcely hear things are happening nowadays.
That's true.
Nowadays, people get married 2 years after, 1 year after, sometimes even months. They sue for a divorce.
Yeah.
And these high divorce rates are caused by the challenges that young marriages face. I feel that those issues really need to be addressed and talked about because there are many women out there going through these phases and they have no one to talk to. They feel afraid or they feel caged and they are just so confused. So I feel like this discussion is going to help someone out there. So
I pray it does.
Yes. And some of these challenges are infidelity, the lack of the fear of God in the marriage, financial neglect or financial issues, domestic violence,
yes,
in-law issues, and neglect. The first challenge which I would like us to discuss now is lack of the fear of God. How can you advise an individual who is passing through a situation in which maybe his or her spouse lacks the fear of God, or his or her spouse doesn't really want to succumb to God and worship together as a family?
Yeah, thanks for the question. First of all, I will give a little tip to parents. As young parents, you people are supposed to bring up your children. Even if some of us did without knowing, it was ignorance. But today, everything is written in black and white. And the Bible says in the Psalms that unless the Lord builds the house, the laborers labor in vain. So parents should groom their children in the fear of God.
Yes.
And so when they get married, even if a child from that type of a home gets married to somebody who is not God-fearing, what I would advise the other person to do is, first, that person should be very, very prayerful. Be very, very prayerful. Study the word of God and then pray for yourself, pray for your partner. Let God touch the heart of your partner. Then, if you do that and it cannot go, you can seek spiritual advice, maybe from pastors, men of God, you name the rest.
Yeah. So in other words, what you can advise someone going through such an issue is you should commit it more in prayers, and you should fight it more spiritually because obviously it's a spiritual battle.
Yes.
There's no amount of forcing that can make someone change in that way. I also think another tip or another method which you can use to convince your partner is by showing him the lights, by showing him the love of God in you through your character.
Exactly.
When you display a very good character, your partner will be amazed. Your partner will know that there is something good in what you're saying.
Yes, and will be attracted to the God you are serving.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Next problem that young couples face nowadays is really a pertinent issue. Like, it's so common and it's destroying so many marriages nowadays.
And what is that?
It's the issue of infidelity.
Wow, that's very true.
Yeah, so it's one of the most painful things that someone can go through.
Yeah.
When you are committed in a relationship, when you give in your all in a relationship, and your partner is unfaithful, or your partner cheats on you or breaches that trust, it's so devastating. So, Mom, I would like to ask you, with your experience as a married woman, what advice can you give an individual, be it a man or a woman, going through such a phase in life?
Yeah, the advice I'm going to give is I will take into consideration that the other person must have done certain things to call the person to order, to call the partner to order, but it is not
No
going.
avail. Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, I will still refer to spiritual. I will still recommend a spiritual fight. Prayer will do much. Prayers will do much. And then let your character be attractive. The character of the suffering partner.
Yes.
Let it be attractive. And then be patient, because no two rights make a wrong. There are situations where the other person too has become angry and has gone out saying that, is it me who will be left alone?
Yes.
I will also go out and do my part. Two rights can never make a wrong. Prayers, be of good cheer, let your character be attractive. Don't even go telling friends, because friends can add more problems.
Yes.
Onto problems.
This issue of cheating, I'm really so insistent about it because most marriages nowadays are going through this issue. So there may be so many reasons for cheating, ranging from spiritual to emotional to psychological. There are just so many reasons.
That's true.
So what word of counsel or advice can you give someone who is already guilty of cheating?
Before I go ahead, I want to discourage cheating at all costs. Cheating in matrimony is to be discouraged, because the effects are mostly negative. For example, it can bring demons into a matrimonial home. It leads to waste of the family's income. Hard-earned income that would have been used for the family's progress is used during the cheating. It brings hate between couples. Also, there is a risk of bringing terrible diseases into the home, like HIV, AIDS, sexually transmissible diseases, and the like. So the effects are negative, totally negative. Then the word of advice that I will give to someone who cheats. Most at times, people cheat because maybe sometimes there are driving forces that push people out to go cheating. And some of them may be like seeing something different in someone outside that you don't seem to see in your partner.
Very true.
But I want to say here that you can make your partner what you want him or her to be. That partner you see and admire outside there, why not make your own? A woman, maybe a woman may say the man does not know how to dress, the man goes in old-fashioned haircuts and so on. Why not make your own partner? Why not groom him to become what you want? Also, you the young man, you the young woman, be contented in your partner. Be contented in what you people are, in what you people have.
Next issue that I would like us to discuss is financial issues. This is one of the problems that causes a lot of frictions in marriages nowadays. And why is this so? In those days, most women, they were sit-at-home wives. Most women were not really enlightened. Most women were not working. They were just staying at home, and the husband does everything from the start to the end for them. But nowadays, with the coming of modernism and everything, you realize that almost every woman has something to do. Most women nowadays are empowered. Even the rural women in the villages, they have things they do. They have petty businesses, they do farming, they do trading, and so many other things that can sustain themselves. This has been a very advantageous thing to marriages, because nowadays the load is no longer weighed on men alone. They now have support from women. But with the recent happenings, it seems like some marriages face financial issues, in the sense that because of the fact that women now take up responsibilities, some of the men have now neglected their own role as the man in the house, and it causes a lot of problems in the home, because the women become disgruntled and they may even lose respect for the men. So what advice can you give a couple that may be facing this kind of situation?
Yeah, the advice is to be given both to the man and to the woman, because there are also women who sit and fold their arms, sit very comfortable in their homes.
Very true.
They assuming that since the man works or since the man goes out for business, everything should be done for her. Yes, everything in the house, in the family should be done by the man, which is not correct.
It's not correct.
Yes, when the burden is shared, it is lighter. The advice I give women: let no woman sit in the house, educated or not. Even if you are not educated to a certain level as to have a salarized job, you can do business. If you cannot do big business, you can do petty business.
You can learn a trade or a vocation.
Do something also that will make you earn something, bring home something. Even if it means taking care of your own self only, it will be of help to the man you are married to. Then, to the men, truly there are men or young men who just assume that because their wives work, they just seem to abandon everything, every responsibility in the hands of the woman. When you do that, it is like punishing somebody's daughter. It is like punishing your own wife. And is that love? When you do that, you are not showing love. So, it is a matter of mutual understanding. The Bible even stipulates that in Ephesians, in Paul's letter to the Ephesians, the Bible says the husband is the head of the wife. So the wife is just a helper. So the husband should be ready to take up his responsibilities as the head. That headship should not only be in the mouth, it should not only be said, it should not only be sounded. Let it be seen practically in the home. And if the man really occupies that position of a head, the head of the wife, the head of the house, I bet you that woman will be touched. She will empathize with the man and she will come in here and there once in a while to carry weight, to carry this weight or to contribute to this thing or that thing.
Very true. Very true. Another issue which some young marriages face nowadays is the issue of in-law problems. Like problems coming maybe from the woman's side or the man's side. You know, marriage is a really big thing, especially in our African society. Marriage is not just all about the man and the woman getting married. It's about two families coming together to blend and form one union. Now, that transition is always very tough. To blend two families together, there's usually a lot of antagonism, problems. So what advice can you give a young person, either a man or a woman, who is facing challenges from in-laws?
My first advice goes to the parents-in-law. So parents are advised to love their son's wife. Take your son's wife like your own daughter. When you show her love, when you people are inclusive to her, when you show her a lot of concern, I bet you, even if that girl were what type of girl, she too is going to reciprocate.
Yes,
and vice versa. But in the case where the in-laws are scornful to, especially this always happens on the part of the wife.
Woman, yes. Women face it more than
face
men.
It more in this particular aspect.
You're right.
Women seem to face it more than men. That you can find a family that is scornful. They don't like the wife.
They feel that the woman has come to eat the son's money.
Yes. I mean, you just have to be patient. You just have to play your part and leave the rest to God. Be nice to the level that you can be nice, humanly possible, and you keep praying. One day, God may touch them.
There's an English adage that says, kill them with kindness. Like, if people are being spiteful towards you, if people are showing you hate, kill them with kindness. Two wrongs can never ever make a right. There are so many other challenges that young people face in marriages, but for today we are just going to end here. But before we end this video, I would like to ask you, as an experienced married woman, what tips or what are some of the tips you think young couples can do to spice up their marriage or live happily?
The tips that I'm going to bring out here all leads to the fact that the love should be kept burning. The love in marriage should be kept burning. And what are some of the tips that can make the love, that can keep the love in marriage to be burning continuously? Romantic gestures.
Very true.
Exchange gifts once in a while. Buy I love you gifts. It may not necessarily be expensive.
Yes.
It's the heart. It's
the
the
little
love
things
behind
that
it. Yes,
matters.
little things matter, as you say. You can have a pet name that you call each other.
Very true.
Yes, there are many of those names. I don't need to say them here. You people know them better. You can use those pet names. When you use pet names towards each other, it really keeps the love burning. Then once in a while you go out on dates.
It
does not mean people can go out on dates only during courtship. Even in marriage, even after you must have had children, once in a while you go out.
Very true.
Go out on dates. Go somewhere, sit, relax. When you do things like that, you keep the love burning. Then as much as possible, always be together when you people are free. When during your free period, spend quality time together. Yes. Then pray together. The family that prays together lives together.
Very true.
Yes.
I really recommend what you said about being romantic towards each other, because once that romance is off, once that light of romance is off in a marriage, it becomes really bad, because it's one of the main causes of cheating.
Exactly.
If the light of the romance is still on, you guys still do beautiful gestures, you show each other love and care, I think it's going to really go a long way. And as you said, reciprocation. It shouldn't just be from one partner, and also the aspect of being very prayerful. Thank you very much, Mom, for coming in today. Thank you for all your counsel and all your contributions. I think the viewers are really going to appreciate this. Before we end this video, do you have any remark or something to say generally?
Yeah. Despite the challenges that young couples face nowadays, some of which we have just discussed, I want to say marriage is an institution worldwide. Despite the challenges, there are still beautiful marriages today.
Yes.
And yours can just be one of those.
Exactly, very true. Thank you very much, Mommy. We have come to the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all in my next video.